Baseball is 50 days away. How exciting. And it looks like the Twins might still make another move. Isn't that crazy? They've made probably the most moves of any team not named the Mets this year. And it doesn't look like they're done. According to TwinkieTown.com, another huge face and blog, and I believe they have a YouTube channel, maybe they don't, but a huge face in the Twins community posted today that should the Twins sign Luke Voit. And I was going to talk about the lineup today, and is it enough for the Twins, right? Could they go into 2023 with the lineup they have currently and be okay? That was what I was going to talk about this video, but this kind of sparked my interest, and I kind of looked down this rabbit hole of should the Twins sign Luke Voit? Does it make sense, right? So I'm going to put the question on you guys right away here. Should the Twins sign Luke Voit? Does it make sense? Or could the Twins walk into 2023 with what they have right now, compete for an AL Central title, win the title, and make a run in the playoffs? Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. And of course, if you like this kind of content, if you love baseball, if you love the Twins, leave a like and subscribe. I'd love to have you in this community that we've developed here on Clemhawks. So let's get right into the video. This is from TwinkieTown.com, like I said. Should the Twins sign Luke Voit? And the headline reads, the former MVP candidate has had a couple of rough years, but could fill in a need for the Twins. And that's kind of what I started looking at. I was like, where are the Twins at their weakest, right? And I would probably say it's first base. And that, I mean, there's a few holes I would say. They have a decent catcher in Jeffers if he can perform, right? They have a couple of right-handed bats in the outfield. They have some first basemen. There are a few holes that I think with their excess players they can still fill in and you know, kind of mend these gaps. But at first base, I think is probably their weakest spot right now. And here's why. On their infield, it's Carlos Correa, Kyle Farmer, Royce Lewis, Miranda, and Polanco. That is who their five main infielders are. Only Miranda can play a little bit of first base, but we don't really have a third baseman. I guess Kyle Farmer can kind of go play that. You know, I'm guessing they'll put Royce Lewis there. Polanco can kind of play anywhere around the infield as he's needed, but not really first base. So Miranda is your right-handed bat who's going to play first base, but will likely play a lot of third base. That's where he was a lot of the time last year, but did rotate between the two. You also have Joey Gallo and Alex Kirilloff. So you do have three first basemen, and that's kind of what I was talking about in an earlier video with 9 outfielders, right? They have 9 outfielders on this roster. 5 of them are left-handed. They're going to have to put them somewhere else. Either in the minors, they're going to have to put them at different positions. They're going to have to use one as a DH, right? But at first base, if Kirilloff gets hurt, right, okay, I guess you go with Gallo, I guess you go with Miranda, but like you have those guys in other positions where Gallo probably is the DH, Kirilloff will probably be the first baseman, Miranda will probably be the third baseman, and that leaves a lot of room for another player. Thus enter the conversation, here's Luke Voit. Luke Voit, if you want to take a look at his stats first, and then we'll talk about if that makes sense to put him in that situation. He was a one-WAR player in 2022, had 22 home runs, a .226 batting average in 500 at-bats. That's really not too bad. He is 31 years old now. He was split between the Padres and the Nationals last season, going over in the Juan Soto trade. That's kind of all his big moments, right, from last year. Kind of went on a little bit of a tear with the Nationals in the second half of the season, had 9 home runs and 21 RBIs, but I mean, he was pretty much the entire offense of the Nationals there. Was an MVP candidate back in 2020, had a really good year, 22 home runs in 58 games in that COVID year, or 56 games, I should say. So, like, he is a good right-handed bat. He's got that power. But does he fit into the Twins equation, right? He is a Joey Gallo player from the right side. He is a Sano, like duplicate almost. Looking at his numbers from, I believe it's Fangraphs here. Might have been from just MLB.com. Take it as you will, but he is a guy who strikes out a ton. He's in the 4th percentile of strikeout rate. He is in the top 1% in whiff rate. He whiffs all the time, right? He is slow. He swings a lot. He misses a lot. All right? But when he does hit the ball, this is where you kind of flip it around. When he does hit the ball, hard hit percentage, he is the top 73. Slugging percentage, also top 73. Barrel percentage, he is better than 94% of the MLB. That is pretty good. His exit velocity is above average. His max exit velocity is above average. Those are good numbers, and the numbers that the Twins, I think, have for a long time looked at as the best numbers, right? That's why they went out and got Logan Morrison, C.J. Cron, Sano. Like, they hit the ball hard. They don't hit the ball a ton, but when they do, it goes a long way. So back again, looking at the active roster, you put Kirilloff at first base probably. I think that's where he starts. He will probably be the main first baseman since Luis Arraez and Sano are no longer on the team. Joey Gallo will probably fill in as well, especially maybe matchup-wise, or, if you want to give a guy a day off. Those two guys will be your first baseman, I would say, for the most part, when Gallo is probably not the DH. And like I said, Miranda, he's going to be your right-handed first baseman when you want to stack the lineup with righties. They don't have a ton, but that's when you would put Kyle Farmer at third base probably. Correa, obviously. Royce Lewis is a lefty or a right-handed bat. You'd probably put him in there somewhere as well. And then Polanco's a switch hitter. You have a ton of right-handed infielders. So, should the Twins get Luke Voit? I say no. And maybe all the answers that I was just leading to point to yes, but I say no for this reason. I think he is too much of a liability in terms of what Sano was, what Logan Morrison was. Like these big, Logan Morrison was right or left-handed, but he's these big strikeout guys. The Twins have enough of those guys already. They have Gallo. They have Buxton. Like those, Buxton is maybe a bad example, but like they have these big hitters, right? Big hitters. They don't need another swing and miss type of guy. They need more of the Nick Gordons, the Michael A. Taylors, the round out guys who will fill in where they are needed, right? And really, that's not in the infield. They have Carlos Correa, who will play almost every game. They have a substitute in Kyle Farmer. They have Royce Lewis, who will fill in from time to time. Miranda's their big bat from the right side. They have enough guys in the infield. They have enough guys in the outfield. They just don't have that first baseman. And I don't think Luke Voit is that first baseman. I think Alex Kirilloff can be if he stays healthy. I think he could be that first baseman. I think that Joey Gallo could do well at first base when he's not in the outfield. He won a Gold Glove in the outfield. But they have the big stars already. They need support. And Luke Voit is not a big star. He is not a guy who gives a ton of support. I'm sure he will find a place on a roster somewhere who needs that extra help from a bat. But the Twins don't. They don't need that extra help. They have their quality guys. They need to go after pitching, which they have. Starting pitching's good. I would say they probably need a good, solid reliever. But they don't need another big power bat. I would prefer going out and getting, I don't know if this is the best example in the world, like a Montcastle from, the Orioles are never going to trade him, right? But you look at Ryan Montcastle. He is, I should have pulled him up at the beginning, but I just thought of this. He is your right-handed bat who is not your big typical slugger, right? He is a solid performer at the plate. Yes, he's going to hit you 25 home runs. That's great. But he's also going to bat 250 to 260, 270, right? That is the kind of season that you expect from Montcastle. That's not the type of season you would expect from Luke Voit. You're expecting the home run. You're expecting the 220 batting average, right? The Gary Sanchez type of player. The Twins got rid of Gary Sanchez. They got rid of Sano. They don't need another type of those players. They have Miranda, who fits that. They have Gallo, who fits that from the left side. Luke Voit is just another Sano, in my opinion. And I would rather take my chance with Alex Kirilloff and Byron Buxton and Royce Lewis than going out and just getting another guy to fill the spot, right? You got the big stars. You went out and made some good trades. I don't think they're perfect. Like I said, I'd love to have a guy who's maybe a little quicker. Montcastle's probably not the greatest example in that respect, but a little bit quicker, a little bit more average, right? Bases are bigger. Stealing is going to be a big thing this year, right? have that sort of player, like a Byron Buxton, have that sort of player, Royce Lewis, than another big power hitter. That's what I got for you guys today. I hope that made sense. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and we'll see you next time. Bye.